being at a church like this, for me, there's many opportunities, and I'm sure a lot of people could say the same thing. I've been here for 27 years, not as long as some, but God has been merciful to me in those years. I came as a single man, met my wife here. We've been married for coming up on 22 years. But there's opportunities in a church like this. Obviously, God puts people in a church wherever he has them, and I understand that. But, being here, there's opportunities to serve. There's no requirements necessarily, but opportunities that if you're willing and able, you can serve, whether it's driving a bus, working on a bus, in Sunday school, work party, guard, whatever, there's always opportunities to serve. And I'm thankful for those opportunities. I wasn't always thankful for those opportunities. I didn't work in a Sunday school or junior church for the longest time, but I have for about 3 or 4 years, and it's a huge blessing to work with fourth grade boys. And, God used that to work on me about being patient. I remember hearing about how Paul Payton used to be in that class, and very patient. The stories I heard, very patient. And God used that to remind me, understand that not every one of these boys came from a church home, and some of them might be going through some pretty hard struggles throughout the week. And what am I going to do to maybe make it better or make it worse? Just, words of encouragement, whatever the case may be. And I'm thankful, just remembering what I went through and how people were patient with me. I thought about work party, and my attitude for work party was not stellar for the longest time. And I'm going to tell on myself. I remember some Monday nights, we were working up on top of the old roof and spending more time trying to figure out how to hide and go somewhere that nobody could see me and then escape out the back. It's just, come on, that was me. I'm thankful for opportunities to work. Like I said, I wasn't, but somebody has to do the work. And if I don't understand that this is my church, and, even if it's digging a hole, if I don't do it, most likely somebody's going to, and it probably would be a staff member. And for the longest time, I thought, they'll do it, and they do. But it's not God's way. Jesus said, if you want to be the greatest, and I'm not saying that to do it to be the greatest, but if you're going to be the greatest, be a servant, a true servant in your heart. And I'm trying to teach my children, that it's good to serve. I was talking to one of my brothers yesterday about how sometimes it's good to work for free, here in church. And I'm trying to teach my children. And sometimes it's fun for them, being in the camp kitchen, helping out, but sometimes it's not fun, working in the rain when it's just a miserable job. But Jesus wants us to serve, and bringing my family along with me is a good way to teach them to work in your church. And it's just things, like I said, God has been so patient with me through these years, and more patient than I would certainly be with me. I mean, no comparison. I would never be this patient with me. I would have written me off a long time ago. Justifiably so, in my opinion. But, God gives opportunities to have other people help me, to be a blessing. And that happens all the time when someone says, hey, can I be an encouragement to your son or say something to your daughter? And I'm saying all the time, please, and they might say a word of encouragement or just a warning, and it's a huge help to me, huge. I mean, I can't even really put it into words, to train my children and to see that they're struggling with things because of me, it's just discouraging. because, again, I'm thankful that I'm at this church where I have opportunities to hear preaching and a pastor that's patient with me and God that's patient with me and people that want to help. It's just, it's hard. It's just kind of a dumb saying, but it's hard to train children, duh. But, if we listen and we do it the right way, God is merciful, and I'm not going to go on forever, but I'm just thankful that, God's patient with me, and I don't deserve it. I know everybody would say that, but it's, it's just an encouragement to be here and to have so many brothers and sisters that love me and my family. And I challenge everybody, to be more of a part if you're not, and understand that God wants to bless all of us, and being at a good church is a great way to get that blessing.